Today, we're embarking on a journey to one of the most mysterious and awe-inspiring places on Earth, the Mariana Trench. This underwater marvel is like a massive canyon on the ocean floor, and it's so incredibly deep that you could drop Mount Everest into it and still have room to spare. Can you imagine that? So, where exactly is this trench located? It's situated in the western Pacific Ocean, just south of the Mariana Islands. And when we say deep, we mean really, really deep. The lowest point, known as the Challenger Deep, plunges down to an astonishing 10,911 meters. That's almost 11 kilometers straight down into the Earth's crust. It's hard to wrap your mind around just how far down that is. Now, you might be wondering how this gigantic trench formed in the first place. Well, it all has to do with a fascinating process called plate tectonics. You see, the Earth's crust is made up of enormous plates that are constantly moving and colliding with each other, like pieces of a giant puzzle. When two plates smash together with incredible force, one of them gets forced underneath the other, creating a deep chasm or trench in the Earth's surface. And that's exactly what happened to create the Mariana Trench millions of years ago. But the trench isn't just a giant hole in the ground. It's actually teeming with life, even in the deepest, darkest parts where no sunlight can penetrate. Down there, the water pressure is so intense that it would crush a human like a tin can. But somehow, despite these extreme conditions, creatures have adapted to survive and thrive in this alien environment. One of the most fascinating inhabitants of the trench is the xenophyophore. These single-celled organisms are about the size of a dinner plate and feed on tiny bits of sediment that drift down from the waters above. There are also giant amphipods, which are like super-sized shrimp, scuttling along the seafloor. And let's not forget the bizarre-looking fish, like the Hadal snailfish, which is so transparent you can see right through to its internal organs. But perhaps the strangest creature of all is the Mariana snailfish. This little pink fish holds the record for the deepest living fish ever caught, swimming around at a mind-boggling depth of almost 8,200 meters. That's like taking a casual stroll at the bottom of the ocean while the weight of the world quite literally presses down on you. So, how do we know all these incredible facts about the Mariana Trench? Well, it's not easy to explore a place that's so deep and treacherous. In fact, humans have only ventured down to the very bottom a handful of times, and each expedition has been a monumental feat of bravery and scientific ingenuity. The first intrepid explorers to reach the bottom of the trench were U.S. Navy Lieutenant Don Walsh and Swiss oceanographer Jacques Picard, who made the perilous journey in a submersible called the Trieste way back in 1960. They spent 5 nail-biting hours descending into the abyss, and when they finally reached the bottom, they were greeted by an unforgettable sight: thousands of glowing creatures illuminating the pitch-black darkness. Can you imagine the sense of wonder and excitement they must have felt? More than half a century later, renowned filmmaker James Cameron made history by completing the first solo dive to the Challenger Deep. He spent hours collecting valuable samples and video footage, giving scientists an unprecedented glimpse into this mysterious realm. But as incredible as the Mariana Trench is, it's not immune to the far-reaching impacts of human activity. Sadly, even in the deepest, most remote parts of the ocean, we found evidence of our presence in the form of plastic bags and candy wrappers. It's a sobering reminder that our actions have consequences, no matter how far removed we may feel from them. Scientists have also discovered alarmingly high levels of toxic chemicals in the fatty tissues of amphipods living in the trench, likely the result of industrial accidents and landfill leaks that have made their way down into the depths over time. It's a stark warning that even the most isolated and seemingly untouchable places on Earth are not safe from the effects of human pollution. Despite these somber reminders of our impact on the planet, the Mariana Trench remains a source of endless fascination and inspiration for scientists, explorers, and dreamers alike. We've only scratched the surface of what lies beneath, and who knows what groundbreaking discoveries await us in the future. With each new expedition, we learn a little bit more about this alien world right here on our own planet. Thanks for joining me on this deep-sea adventure. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content.